Hi children, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to discuss the creative writing part. Actually, I have been uploading SA1 revision worksheet on each lesson, lesson 1, poem 1. So every time I have uploaded and I have discussed with you the same worksheet the next day in your session. I mean, in your whenever I took online classes, I have discussed about the SA1 worksheets, but some of you have asked as soon as I uploaded that model paper, English S7 model paper. Some of you have asked the doubt, what about creative writing? What are the things that we need to prepare and revise for creative writing? So I have now I'm taking about that one creative writing part, a special class for this. Like what all other things, what are the topics that you need to prepare for creative writing part for your SA1 exams, okay? For summative assessment 1. Okay, now what you have to do is very simple, that think and write part you need to revise, like workbook. Go through with, I hope you all are ready with your workbook, page number 8, and think and write. Now see here, the first thing, think and write. Let me show you once. Yeah, it's visible, I think, all of you. Yeah, now look at this page. Now, they are asking, think and write a paragraph about a hobby or activity that really interests you. And it could be anything that you do regularly, from reading storybooks to playing a musical instrument. Write your paragraph in 5, 7 sentences. Include these informations, like this hobby, like your hobby, and why you enjoy it, when you started this one, and how and when you started your hobby, who motivated you to like fix this hobby. How you inculcated this hobby, and then how it makes you feel, okay? When and where and how often you practice it, they are asking about this. Now you have written about this one, writing about your hobby. Don't write whenever a question is about you to write paragraph or description, means describe something. For example, last previous worksheet, I asked you to look at the picture and write a story about that. You shouldn't write any sentences like sentence wise. You have to write paragraph like in this way. Let me show you. This is the hobby. Okay, you have to write paragraph way. Now, so you need to practice such things. Like I may ask you, write about your favorite game, or write about your favorite dish or food, like that. Now, same thing I don't give you. This is just like model. Think, you should think and run then and there, instant. You have to write instantly. Okay, now if you go through the second lesson, that is mother tell us a story. Look at this picture and write a story about 8 lines based on this. Also revision part I have given. Just I have discussed even in my video about this, okay? But not this, some other two parts. One is perfect part, the other part is, no sorry, the other part is like cracked one, okay? And then in that way you should look at the picture and you should write a story about that one. And I'm telling you what kind of things, what kind of questions and the topics for your creative writing that you are going to get in your essay 1, okay? Now, third lesson, if you go through this third lesson, there are many well-known fairy tales such as Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, and Sleeping Beauty. And think of any fairy tale that you know well and write a paragraph about it. So include these points, that a name of the fairy tale, names of the main characters in the tale, and a short summary. Don't write the story at all. You should write the title, characters, and author's name, and then what is that story is about, just in 2 or 3 lines. The story is about what, okay? And then, is there any message? Is that message oriented story? Then write that message. And why do you like this story? You could write in the end. Closing, you could say, why do you like this story? Okay. In that way you could end that one. Okay, think and write. And if you go through this fourth one, use the given information and write a short passage about Jim Corbett National Park. Now I may give you some information about some place and you should write about that. And this I may not ask you, but I could ask you, because if I give you information about the place, you couldn't write if you don't know anything about that place. With that given information, you could frame a single sentences. Okay, so what I ask you is, write a paragraph or describe the place that you have visited. That I may ask you, that you know very well. Okay, your favorite place. Okay, and then next question, if you go through this lesson 5, think and write. Read this little story, write 2 sentences each about what the grasshopper, and this is just like that story, that previous one. Look at the picture. That was about, you should look at the picture and you should write about that story. But here we give you a story, and we ask you some questions on that one, not like question and answers. Now see here, grasshopper and the ant thought that about each other in the beginning and at the end of the story, something like this type of questions. But apart from this, I would like to ask you, if you go through your textbook, you have diary one. So I may ask you questions like, suppose you imagine that you have won first prize in running race or in spell bee competition, and write a diary entry like expressing your feelings. So now I'm going to discuss with you now how to and write a diary entry. Okay, now so diary entry, it's a good habit. I actually ask you not for SU1 sake. You should inculcate the maintaining diary. Actually, you could write, and it improves your English. And also, like, diary is the best friend. Sometimes we can't share our secrets with even our parents, not with even our best friends. And sometimes we can't share some secrets with anyone, and such secrets, such feelings we could express in diary. And maintaining diary, it's a really a good habit, and it really, after whatever maybe your stress or feelings or your problems, after writing, once you enter or express your feelings in that diary, that's it, you will be relaxed after writing that, once you check yourself. Okay, now if you maintain diary, that's for single day, every day. Okay, fine. Now let's know how to write a diary entry. Okay, fine. Children, now what you have to do is, at first you need to draw a square on your essay 1 answer sheet. If I ask you this question, draw a square. Okay, is this visible? Yeah, I hope it's visible then. Yeah. Now, then you need to write the title first of all. Write the title, diary, and then give a finger space here, and then write the day you are writing that diary. The date and date. Both you need to mention. Suppose today is Saturday, right? Saturday. Fine. Then comma and date today. That is 26th December. Okay. So write this day and date, and then start with the salutation. Salutation means that you start like this: dear diary. You could name even your diary like how you name your pet. Okay, pets. You could name even your diary like Kitty. Okay, anything like that. Okay, your wish. Okay, if you don't want, then leave it. Then just you write dear diary. Okay. Okay. Then I said that you should imagine that you have won first prize in the competition, and you are going to express. So start like that. Today I'm so glad that you could start like that. Today I'm so glad. Okay. So glad that I have won. Today's right. You should use present perfect tense. That I have won first prize first prize in the in spell bee competition, in spell bee competition conducted by our school management, conducted by our school management. Okay, you go on writing this shouldn't be the same because I don't give you the same. Conducted by our school management, and when our class teacher announced my name, I couldn't believe my years that I have won the first prize. Okay, and this day is the most unforgettable day in my life. You could express your own words for that. Okay, and then after finishing that all, entering your feelings, and then you don't write any closing. Just you sign your name. Okay, by ending, you could say that. Oh, I'm so sleepy now. Or if it is morning, then no need to write. Almost all the time we write diaries before we go to sleep, before we go to bed. So you could say, I'm so sleepy now, I'm going to stop my pen. Or I'm stopping my pen here. Okay? I'm so sleepy now, or I'm stopping my pen. I'm stopping my pen here. Okay, I'm stopping my pen here, and then you should sign yours. So don't write anything yours, nothing like that. Okay, so this is the way that then you could add here. I have stopped actually that because this is your feelings, but conducted by our school management. And when our class teacher announced my name as first prize, and I couldn't believe my ears, and everyone in the class congratulated me, and even the teacher praised me, and she patted me, and she said me to to do to get more and some more such prizes, and good, and she wished me good luck in my future life, something future competitions, you could say. And then uh, the, today is the unforgettable day in my life. And That's all for today. I'm so sleepy now. I'm going to stop my pen here. And then you could sign, and just you should express your feelings. What the thing is, you should know that the title, that format of this diary entry, diary, and date and day, and salutation, and body matter, and your closing, just with your sign now. Okay. Now that's all this diary is about, how to write the diary. Okay. And now, and you know that your question paper now, this is all about creative writing. Like I may give you picture, and I ask you to write a story about, write a paragraph about the picture. Look at the picture and write a paragraph about that, a story about that. And I may ask about, write a paragraph about your favorite hobby, or about your favorite something. And even I ask you fairy tale, and your fairy tale about that. Okay, and you have think and write in your textbook, even course book, the same. Course book and textbook, like simultaneously they give same matters in think and write. In textbook and think and write in workbook are the same. Okay, and then let me revise that how you are going to get this essay 1, your essay 1 English paper. Okay. Okay, English, okay, paper, question paper. I'm going to write question paper. Then first, this is for 35 marks. You know this one. Okay, 35 marks, and 2 marks for your attendance, and 3 marks for your uh, classwork submission. Okay, and then now first Roman number is about reading and comprehension. Okay, let me write reading and comprehension. And in this you are going to get seen passage at first. Seen passage means the passage from your textbook, known passage that you known, and you worked, and you read, and you comprehended already. Okay, Like so, first one is seeing passage. This is for passage. I'm going to pick a passage from your textbook, and then I'm going to ask you questions, and 5 questions for 5 marks. And then seeing poem. Again, once poem I'm going to pick from your textbook, and then I'm going to ask questions on that one. This is for 5 marks. Okay, and then comes vocabulary. Okay, Roman number 2. Here I'm going to ask you the write the synonym. Synonym means same meaning of the word. For example, big. Write the synonym of the big. Then you could write tall, huge. Okay, like that. Enormous, like that. Okay, and that synonym I may ask you. Synonym means meaning, but you need to synonym I ask you. You need to write the same kind of word which gives you the word which gives you the same meaning. Okay, then antonym means opposite word. The word which gives you the opposite meaning. Okay, antonym I may ask you. Then suffix. Suffix, no need to worry. Suffix are the letters or letter that you add at the end of the word, and which gives you the new word, which you are going to form a new word. For example, you take care, care, careless. See, by adding care, for care is taking care of someone. By adding les's, you are changing the meaning of that word care. You are forming a new word, care, careless. So les is less is that suffix of that word called care. Okay, but actually I'm going to ask you in suffix the three suffix words. That is, could you see here? You can't see. Now I'm going to write here. Hood. Suffix I'm going to ask you on hood, dumb, and ness. Like brightness, like childhood, like freedom, kingdom. These. Hood. Could you see this one? Yeah. Yeah. Now you could see, I think. See here. Yeah. This one. Ness, N-E-S is ness, some dumb, hood, and dumb. The suffix is about all this. Okay, then I may ask you then. Actually, I have given you model paper. And compound words I'm going to ask you. Compound words, you need to match the words and form the new words. Match. By matching, you are going to form the new words. For example, basket, or you take food and I give you another Roman another row ball, and then you should match it and you should frame the new word. Okay, then that is all about the compound words. And I hope that's all. And spell correctly. Spell correctly. That in this one, spell correctly. I'm going to give you. Okay, sorry. Spell correctly only IE and EI. IE and EI. Wait and this all. Fill the blanks with IE or EI. This you know very well. Okay. And this one I'm going to give you. Now, okay. This is all about your vocabulary. Then in Roman number 3. Roman number 3, I'm going to ask you as it is in your workbook exercises. Like I may ask you like synonyms. Sorry, similes. Like as bright as sun, as black as coal, as white as milk. Okay, this similes I'm going to ask you, and collective nouns, a group of nouns like a herd of cows, a pride of lions, bouquet of flowers, a team of players. So that's collective noun. Then identifying common noun and the proper noun. You know how to identify common noun and proper noun. Um, I have explained you in my revision time. Okay. First, let me tell you the things that you are going to get in your exams. Okay, in your exam, that is a grammar part. Grammar. Let me tell you the grammar. In grammar, you are going to get similes, collective noun, collective nouns. Okay, then proper noun and common noun, proper and common nouns, and countable and uncountable nouns, countable and uncountable nouns. Now let me write here in this way because you can't see there. Okay, countable and uncountable nouns, Okay, and then countable nouns and this forms of like degree forms like degrees of comparison like positive, positive, comparative, and superlative forms. You know this one, I think big, bigger, biggest, superlative form. And then I'm going to ask subject and predicate. Okay, subject and predicate. Yeah, and also I'm going to ask you the last thing, that is usage of their, usage of, usage of their, 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 this, you know this one, how to use this one. Okay, in this way I'm going to ask you now. And creative part first itself I have asked. Okay, this is for vocabulary 10 marks, and grammar 10 marks, and 5 marks for creative part, creative writing. And scene passage, reading and comprehension, 10 marks. I hope it is all clear for you now. Now let me tell you this, you know, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. You know, the things that we can count in numbers are called countable nouns. The things which we can't count in numbers are uncountable nouns. Like milk, oil, water, these are butter, these are uncountable nouns. And pencil, book, and fan, house, buildings, mountains, these are countable nouns. You could say there are 5 mountains in India. Okay, big mountains. Then they are countable nouns. Okay, and regarding common noun and proper noun, the names which we call, the nouns which have common names in them. For example, flower. Flower, it's common. Rose is also flower, lotus is also flower, jasmine is also flower. But if you name them like rose, that is proper noun. Specifically, if you point out with the name to the nouns, they are called proper. If you call them generally, they are called common nouns. That's the difference between city, common noun, common, proper noun, country, common noun, India, proper noun, like boy, common noun, Satish, proper noun, like that. Okay, now I hope you understood how to identify common noun and proper noun. And even abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are names given to the feelings, ideas, expressions. Okay, and your thoughts, for names given to them, like freedom, brightness, kindness. It's a name given to quality, even quality. Okay, these are like you get with hood, ness, and dumb. These are all examples of abstract nouns. They are nouns. Okay, they are names given to the feelings, qualities, ideas, and thoughts and expressions. Okay, experience even. Okay, then abstract nouns, you know, easy to identify. I think childhood. It's like experience, name given to that childhood, in my childhood. So it's an abstract noun. And freedom, it's a feeling, like name given to your feeling. And curiosity, this is also feeling, name given to your feeling, so it is also an abstract noun. Now go through like that you know that I you have video in your English website. If you want more in detail, you could watch that one. And then superlative, positive, and comparative forms, you know, adjectives. So Lata is a tall girl. What kind of girl she is? Tall. Tall is telling something about the noun called girl. So tall is an adjective. Now you could change. Now when you compare the two persons or two animals or two things, or when you describe the two animals by comparing two animals, or by comparing two persons or two cities or two places or two things, then you need the degrees of comparisons in adjectives, that is comparative form and superlative form. Now suppose if you are comparing, Nita is taller than Anita, then you need taller. You can't say Nita is tall than Anita. No, that is positive. Tall is positive form. For that, comparative is taller. Neither, when you compare two things, two animals, two persons, you use comparative form. But when you compare a person to more than two persons, a person as when you compare a person with more than two persons or with more than uh, two animals, one animal to many animals, or more than two animals, or one place to more places, then in such conditions we are using superlative form. For example, you take she's the tallest girl in the class, means to all the students in the class you are comparing Neeta with all the students in the class. In such conditions you cannot say Neeta is taller than all the students in the class. No, when you compare only two things, you should use comparative form: taller, bigger, smaller, shorter. Okay. And when you compare one persons to many, then you need to use superlative form. Like she is the tallest girl in the class. Bombay is the biggest city in India. Okay. Nile is the longest river in the world. Like one to many, when you are using a superlative form. Okay, and then that's all I think now. Remaining common noun, proper noun, countable, uncountable, similes, you know that one. We are comparing the two things. Like one, it is just like this one: as cunning as a fox, as white as milk. Okay, you know this one. Then as strong as an ox, as proud as a peacock, as a deer. Okay, this you know, I have given you a list of similes. Once you go through that, this is also a list of similes in website on lesson 5. Lesson 5, if you click Song of the Songs, you get list of similes you could watch and just know. And also collective nouns also, that is also you have list of collective nouns. You could watch that also. And remaining everything, it's okay. I hope you have understood about this SO1 model paper. Just you need to now read all the lessons thoroughly, line to line, and practice all the textbook exercises and workbook exercises. That is enough. Okay, and all the best for your SO1 exams. That's all for today's session. Bye bye for now. Have a nice time.